I'm Kirk Whalum, and you're watching Studio Q.
Studio Q show. Now you know.
I want to know, have you ever messed up on stage?
I have quite a few stories, but I'll only tell you one. I messed up on this one. You know, we were all like, shoot, you know. But you know, that's it. The mistakes are a part of it. You know, great art always has that, includes all of that, the mistakes, quote unquote, and everything. But here's the biggest one that I can remember is that I'm on stage with Whitney Houston, her band. We're playing for a lot of other artists. One of these events that Jaleel Larsul has to do with, one of these big, benefit concerts, and there's everybody from Quincy Jones to just name an actor, they're all there. 3 ex-presidents, everybody, right?
Wow.
So I'm distracted, big time distracted. And so the next artist we were playing with was Dionne Warwick and Burt Bacharach. That's what friends are for.
Oh, yeah.
Starts out with this harmonica part. Mm-hmm. I was playing that on an electronic instrument called an EWI, electronic wind instrument. And so I'm ready to, I wasn't ready. I still had my saxophone on from the last song, and I'm looking around like, oh wow, that's Pia Zadora, man. Wow, oh, Jane Fonda, right? And so I finally get over here, and here's Burt Bacharach looking at me, going like, anytime. Right? I'm like, so now slow motion, I can't get my saxophone off the strap. It's like it seems like 2 years for this to happen. I finally get my saxophone down, I pick up my EWI, I can't get it on. It's like, oh help me God now. And at the same time while I'm doing that, my foot is stomping through these patches, these sounds, because it's connected to, back then it was all these big stacks of outboard gear, right? These samplers, and I'm stomping trying to get to and I see on the pedal board, it's like, okay, harmonica, find me, okay, now. And so I started playing. Mm-hmm. Well, I was going so fast on that pedal that the synthesizers got confused. And instead of harmonica, it was orchestral trumpets. So instead of it was ba 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 ba, and Burt Bacharach is like, he's like startled, and Dionne Warwick's like, oh my God, that's not the arrangement, and I had to finish it because at that point, da 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 ba 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 ba. And the band is like, Ricky Minor was the band director, and there was like Chris, and Whitney's over there going, oh God. I remember after that was over, I was still there. Like everybody was gone, I was still sitting there. I just couldn't move. I was petrified, I was frozen in time.
Right.
And I've seen Dionne many times after that. She does not remember it. And she's like, oh, Kirk, blah, blah. I'm like, thank God she's not really clairvoyant. So I have many more. So hang out with me. KirkWhalum.com.
Well, I love that you mentioned Whitney because I'm a big Whitney Houston fan.
Yeah.
And you worked with her for 7 years.
Yeah.
And you said like she was one of the funniest people that
I said silly.
Silly.
Yeah.
Silly. You said silly.
Whenever something would go wrong in rehearsal, there's always technical stuff going wrong, right? And everybody's so uptight because you want things to be right, and heads will roll if stuff starts feeding back and all that kind of stuff. So guys are pretty uptight, but she would break it up. She would say and she'd say too much MIDI sync reverb. Okay, MIDI sync reverb. Now that is a joke right there that only the tech guys are cracking up at, and tech lady, because there's absolutely no such thing as MIDI sync reverb.
Oh wow!
It's just something she made up. Yeah, too much MIDI sync reverb, and she breaks the whole thing up, and she would do that a lot. Another real quick story. This ain't silly, but we were in Barcelona. We had gone to my band had gone to this great seafood restaurant. We tell her and Bobby Brown, say y'all got to go to this restaurant. So we gave them the card. So she took the background singers and they went to this restaurant. She got so sick that she was like in the fetal position on the floor in her hotel room. So we got 40,000 people waiting for her to sing the next day. Had to cancel the concert.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So that was not funny.
That was not funny.
I don't think she ever played Barcelona.
Really?
I don't think.
Oh wow.
Studio Q Show. Now you know.